Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the July 2020 Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Aries. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it won't apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you. As I said, it's a general reading, so don't force it if you feel like it doesn't resonate. Just to let you know, as you can see, there is a bunch of decks on the table. But the reason for this is because we've had so many transitions lately that have been really potent, okay? We've been really jolted towards this transformation on a collective level. So I really wanted to get to the heart of these more universal energies for the signs. So that's why I'm using so many decks, okay? So, and also because I know that many of you will be feeling it in different ways on an individual level. So I wanted to get some key messages and key insights that may pertain to certain situations. So in regards to the spread, I'll be using one of each deck as shown. So first we'll move over to the Dark Mirror Oracle deck. We'll then pull a card from the Angelarium, then over to the Moonology, and finally wrapping up with the Isis Oracle. Then in regards to the tarot messages, I'll be pulling a few cards from the Wild Unknown, and we'll get clarification from the Intuitive. Please be aware that primarily my readings are intuitive readings, all right? So let's get into the reading itself and see what's coming up for you at this time, particularly now that we're coming out of this lunar eclipse transit in the sign of Capricorn. That's come with all sorts of energy, all sorts of situations playing out. A lot of things coming up to the surface in various different ways for people. So I don't doubt that, this will pertain to a certain situation or aspect that needs addressing. So let's see what the Dark Mirror has to reveal in regards to the shadow aspect, particularly now as we move towards the middle of the month and to the end of July. Okay, wow. So Aquarius. Why did I say Aquarius? You may be dealing with an Aquarius. And I think the reason for this is because it's simply the amount of swords. It's like Ten of Swords energy. You have atonement, right? So this is very much like the Ten of Swords energy here. So maybe that's what made me think of an Aquarius. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius, but regardless, you have atonement. So let's have a look with regards to the Dark Mirror. So this is talking about like a sort of martyrdom, like self-sacrificing for the good of all, right? Regardless of who was right, who was wrong. It's like ownership of your part, taking responsibility and some, right? So let's have a look at what the booklet has to say more about this energy. Atonement is about paying the bills, unadulterated, unfiltered, non-negotiated. It is about full and open acceptance of consequences, and a little more. It is also about paying the price of others, letting go of all ifs and buts and taking it all in, whether it's ours to take or another's to shoulder. If you have a piece of what puts you at fault, normally you would try to separate it and weigh it evenly with what makes the other at fault and with what you made it right. A little for little. But rarely does it move anything forward. Sometimes we need a clean slate, and it's done by going through it all, paying more than is due, to create closure for yourself, for others. You take the dark in so that others can stay in the light, even if they don't deserve it, even if you don't deserve it. So this is what I'm saying, it's like paying your dues and some, right? With extra tax, interest, all the rest of it. So yeah, you may be feeling this quite heavily right now, that you're bearing the full weight of a situation, you're bearing the brunt of a situation. It's all falling upon your shoulders and you're carrying the weight of the world because you're the one who can, right? And God knows, like, believe me, I know that energy very well. So I understand what that feels like, you know. But sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes it does serve a much larger purpose. And perhaps, like it says in the booklet, this will give you an opportunity to just call it quits, start afresh, right? Without any baggage holding you back. Okay. So let's move over to the Angelarium deck then to see what else is coming up as insight and wisdom with regards to this particular energy from the Tree of Life. Wow, okay, I think I've only pulled this card once. This is a very new oracle deck, so I haven't even pulled all of the cards before. But yeah, I believe this one only had it once before. And you got Angelarium, Angel of Snow. Interesting. Angel of Snow. So the winter time could be particularly significant for you with releasing this energy. But let's have a look at what the booklet has to say about the Angel of Snow. The bravery of happiness in the face of sadness. Happiness that stands against the stark cold and does not shiver. The winter is heralded by the fall of snow as Angelarium dances. Each step as unique as the snowflakes that frolic about this angel. The quiet reveler of winter, Angelarium moves over the Rhine, a bright and joyous visage amongst a harrowing landscape. Its presence brings relief to those who seek escape from an overburdened world. Take refuge from what ails you. It is time to recover. And the signs for this is a snowflake, a seed, a pine tree. So as I was saying, I feel like in the autumn/winter time, in the latter part of the coming months, okay, so in the next few months, you will have respite from this energy, right? That I feel like you'll be going through the worst of it now over the summer months. And then by the time winter is ready to come around, you'll be taking full respite from it. So it's like you'll then be offered a chance to heal and release, okay? So let's go over to the Moonology deck. But yeah, it's a really beautiful energy, even though, of course, yeah, there is sadness involved. That is the need to heal from the suffering that you're leaving behind. It's showing you that there's things to look forward to, you know, that you're being allowed to take respite from the heavier energies and enjoy the more light-hearted, playful aspect of life, right? So I feel like that will become more prominent in the latter part of the year for you. So know that whatever you're navigating right now does have a time limit. So take some comfort in knowing that, no matter how difficult the situation may be for you right now, Aries. Okay, so the next card you have, I pulled from the Moonology deck, is Full Moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so let's have a look at that. I mean, that's all about balancing your energies between what you would like to occur and what needs to happen to get you there. So between, you know, dreaming and, you know, envisioning and, you know, kind of doing the law of attraction work and putting physical plans into motion, essentially. Okay. So, whoop, sorry, I just turned to the wrong, I turned to the new moon in Taurus, not the full moon. My gosh. There we go, we got there in the end. All right. So, your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Sometimes you need to weave a little bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. Sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now, You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you also need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes, depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Okay. So yeah, you might have, part of this atonement energy is that maybe you're having to take a huge financial hit and you're looking at how you can best get yourself back on track, possibly because of certain situations that played out. For some of you, you may have lost a job, you may have lost a scholarship, you may have lost a paid internship, you may have to remortgage a house, or clear up some debts and you don't know how. There might be certain things that have come up that you were not prepared for, right? And you feel like you're the one that's having to take the weight of the load. Even if you're in a family setup, or if you're in a partnership, you may feel like you're the one that's bearing the brunt of whatever loss took place, right? So now you're having to look at your plans again, revise them, look at how you can best bring yourself back into a situation where you're more financially stable. It could be that it could be also for some of you that you had to leave your home behind, even. That where you were currently living, you had to leave it behind and go back home. Maybe because of this pandemic, that it brought about a whole bunch of circumstances that you were not prepared for, because obviously no one saw it coming. And now you're having to reassess what you do with, how things currently are. Okay. But take it however it resonates. Obviously, it's going to play in different ways for different people. So just take it however it applies to your specific situation. It's going to be very individualistic. But those are the kinds of energies that are being shown through these cards and through what I'm feeling. Okay. So from the Isis Oracle deck, you have Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. Awesome. I know another sign got this card. I can't remember who it was now, but I know another sign also got this in the shadow work readings. Okay, so let's see what the Mother Goddess has to say about these energies, these situations that have been presenting themselves, and how you can best navigate through this. So, Portal of Light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by space and time. You are a being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. All right, so with your increasing awareness of self and spiritual growth, it's asking you that perhaps while you need to make very real, like in terms of very tangible material plans, and take physical action on certain things in order to help resolve this situation that you're navigating, it's also essential that you tap more into your other aspects of self so that you can do work in the astral as well, because the work in the astral largely dictates what happens in the physical, right? So it's essential that you pay attention especially to any lucid dreams that you have, any moments where you feel that sense of lucidity becoming overlapped between one state and another. Any feelings of that nature, tap into that energy and use it so that you can change, certain aspects of your situation, so that you can bring yourself into alignment with what your vision is, what it is that you want to overcome and accomplish, right? Okay, so we'll now go over to the tarot and see what information we can get from the cards that may help you with these circumstances that you're navigating. So this is it. Even though there is, like, you know, a heavy energy with that, I call the 10 of Swords energy there, atonement, there is assistance, there is guidance coming through very strongly, right? You're being called upon to, maybe just take this responsibility, even if it's not really yours to take, but just take it on board, because you have the ability to manifest so much more than just, you know, getting yourself out of a rut, but actually creating significant changes that are very positive for you. So it's kind of like saying, yeah, I know this sucks right now and you don't deserve it, but you can bear the weight of this situation now, because I promise you where you're headed is going to, you know, far exceed what you expected before any of this happened. So it's not without reason, basically. Okay. So let's have a look. Yeah. I'm not surprised this is coming up. Whoa, okay. Wow, Aries. Wow. So 3 out of 4 cards are major arcana. That's all right. So that tells you something. It's significant and it's for a reason. So the first card you have is the Moon. So Pisces, Cancer energy. Could be dealing with one of those signs, or getting assistance or support, spiritual guidance from one of those signs. Possibly me, seeing as I'm a Cancer sun and Pisces rising. So maybe I'm here to help. Of course I'm here to help, but maybe this could be indicating that I'm helping to shine a light on something. But I feel like it's obviously way more than that. This energy is talking about something that is yet to be revealed. So it could be that there's something coming to your awareness that, you know, you hadn't been either consciously aware of, or that wasn't brought to your attention because the timing wasn't right. But there's something that is unknown, currently unknown to you, that you feel like would be beneficial in helping you move past this and find a solution, right? Create positive changes. It's like, okay, I know that this is going to take time and I probably won't see, you know, the outcome that I want for some time yet, but I just want to know how to best approach this, right? But I feel like that information will come to you soon, and we'll see when we clarify. So the next card you have is the Hanged Man. So being at a crossroads and understanding that no matter how difficult a situation is, right, there's always something positive within it. No matter how trying and difficult it is, no matter how, you know, impossible it may seem to see a silver lining, there always is one. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always something that can bring a renewed sense of hope and make us help realize that actually we have more power than we think, and that we can turn a situation around no matter how difficult it is or how long it will take. We still have the ability to do so, right? But it depends on how you choose to view it, whether you focus on the pain and the suffering, or if you focus on what it's leading towards, right? What it's leading you towards, what you're being guided towards, right? So there is a choice there, essentially. Next card you have is the Chariot in reverse. So strong Cancer energy on the table, right? So you could be dealing with a Cancer. So maybe, you know, with this being in reverse as well, this is talking about maybe feeling like not being able to see a way out, right? Because with the Chariot in the upright, you would understand like, oh, I can see this is, things are turning in my favor. Like I'm moving towards the desired outcome, and I'm, you know, I'm so tunnel visioned in the best possible way. I'm so focused on my goal and on how to achieve this, and I'm just going 110% towards it. And, you know, with the Chariot, that's essentially like the Merkaba, it's like spiritual ascension, right? Having the sun and the moon present, you know, both aspects in perfect harmony, guiding you towards the desired outcome with all of the tools needed, right? But with it being reversed, I feel like, yeah, you're not sure on how to approach it. I feel like you're getting the awareness that this is not all for naught, but there's still something, yeah, that you're not sure about, or that you feel is unknown to you, or that hasn't been revealed. And that's what's kind of making it difficult to take steps, yeah, to take action. Because there's something you're like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the way out. I'm not seeing the solution, right? And I don't have the resources right now to make it happen. But that will change. And then finally, you have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So fire energy, your energy, Aries, as well as Leo and Sagittarius. So again, you see how the moon is coming up so prominently again. So it's like, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's like, I need to take a step back and just understand that the more I embrace this pain that I'm experiencing, the more I just embrace this, you know, this burden and accept it, come to a place of acceptance rather than pushing against it. I feel like the more I'll be able to get to the heart of the matter, the more I'll be able to clearly see why this was necessary, and therefore understand what the solution is, right? It's kind of like, you know, having to take a step back in order to pan out and see things from a more objective view, even if it does mean taking the weight of, you know, the situation fully on your shoulders, taking all responsibility, taking the heaviness of the situation rather than burdening someone else with it. Okay, so let's have a look. And that's not to say you can't discuss this with anyone else. It's nothing like that, but it's just saying, you know, taking full responsibility of the situation, even if you are completely, you know, you're not at fault at all. This is something that just happened to you rather than something you initiated. Like I said, you know, losing a job, or having an opportunity taken from you, having your house taken, being forced to leave your home in some description. These things are just outside of your control, and having to just accept it for what it is, so that you can be, you know, you're basically being molded under pressure. You're being formed under pressure like a diamond, right? And it's, like I say, it's not without reason. There is going to be a payoff, but you're not going to see that yet. So that's why it's really hard to imagine what this is leading to, and what necessarily the solution is, right? Okay, awesome. So clarifying the moon card here, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So I feel like you are a bit stressed over the unknown, and like, I don't understand how this has happened, why this has happened. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I know that, you know, there's certain things I can't control, and I just have to accept it for what it is. But I also need to, you know, start looking at how I can best resolve this. And the more I mull it over, the more I just get stressed and pissed off, and, you know, overthinking the situation and not getting any closer to finding an answer, right? So it's asking you, rather than beating yourself up, just take some time out, clear your mind, you know, get to a place of grounded balance, and then you can start getting some ideas down. Like I said, jotting them down, consider some options, see what your options are, right? And then understand that if you're getting any signs, synchronicities, any divine messages coming through in little ways, pay close attention to them, because they're showing you, they're pointing the way on how you can best resolve this situation, but also how you can work in the astral to not only remove yourself from this situation and free up this Ten of Sword energy here, right? But to put you in a position that you didn't even believe was possible for you, right? In a positive way, that is. So clarifying the Hanged Man here, you have the Four of Pentacles. So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, it's up to you how you choose to perceive it. You can take especially if this is a financial loss, it's like you can try and just like miser all that is left in a bid to try and, I don't know, ensure that no other shit hits the fan. Or you can just understand that, okay, I may have to take a calculated risk here, but if I come from a place of intuition and being guided and understanding that it's an investment into the future, even if that means taking another hit or taking a big hit, then obviously it's something I have to weigh up, right? It's something I have to consider. But it's saying, it's basically saying just be mindful that you don't go too far the other way simply because you have taken a financial loss or a material loss of some description, right? When people go through a significant loss, their reaction, because they're in like survival mode, is to hoard all that is left, right? But it's asking you to not really get into that space, right? But ultimately it's up to you. It's just that rather than trying to hoard what you have and becoming very distant and cold and unsharing, to stay as you are in that regard and know that you are working towards achieving a new level of abundance that like you haven't experienced yet. So clarifying the Chariot in reverse, you have the Page of Wands, okay? So this is your energy. So this is talking of, yeah, while there is sadness and there is difficulty in really moving towards something with the same level of enthusiasm as you had in the past, there is a new opportunity to start afresh, you know? And that actually, when you're starting with this clean slate, it gives you so much room for new possibilities. It means that the possibilities are endless, right? And they often say, and I really believe in this, is that when you're given a clean slate to start completely from fresh, you can build with this newness and this enthusiasm, right, with fresh eyes, whilst having all of this experience that you've acquired from the past. So it's actually like the best position to be in, right? Because you're not having to patch over old mistakes. You're starting completely fresh. So getting into that energy and knowing that you have all this potential and that you can tap into it and harness it, that's what's going to help you to overcome this feeling of all is lost, or being really caught up in your emotions, or feeling like there is no direction, there's nowhere for you to turn, because opportunity will start opening up for you then when you get into this Page of Wands energy. And then finally, clarifying the Nine of Wands in reverse, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is what I'm talking about. The more you kind of surrender the need to, you know, prepare yourself for the worst and just accept responsibility for how things are, just accept things for what they are, embrace everything that comes with that and how it makes you feel, and understand that it's actually serving a larger purpose even for yourself. Boom, straight away, new opportunity. What you're not seeing is that a new opportunity is just around the corner for something new, or for something that is truly meant for you and that you didn't think was, right? Brand new opportunity, significant gift from the universe to show you, listen, I didn't put you through all this for no reason. What you're not seeing is this that's coming in for you. It may not happen straight away. I feel like it's going to take some months before you see that. But it's coming, Aries. It's coming. So I hope that gives you some comfort at this time. You know, I do send you my thoughts, wishing you well, you know, sending you love and encouragement and strength through this process. I know it's not easy to go through this energy, but you are supported, you're being divinely guided, you're being held through this process, okay? So allow yourself to be vulnerable where you need to be, okay? Allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel and know that it will pass, okay? Sending you lots of love, guys. Take care of yourself. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're informed of your next reading. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.